Got a long way to go, but guys are working at it, and I like the group, but whew, just a lot of things to tie up and a lot of work to do, but hopefully we'll be ready tomorrow night.
Is it the usual things that come with the beginning of a season, so many new faces, or are there new concerns for you to?
No, just trying to get everybody ready to go and trying to get everybody to play together, move the ball a little bit better. Execution, got a long ways to go, but they're anxious to play. They think they're ready. So anxious to play a game. We've been practicing 5 weeks, so they're ready to go.
Beginning of the year, you said you wanted to make things more simpler offensively. I'm just curious, how has that played out for you?
I don't know. We scrimmaged a couple people, and I thought our ball movement was okay. We didn't shoot at ball really well, and I think we're a good shooting team. But you can tell, our guys are still a little unsure of what their roles are, when to shoot it, when not to. Some of them are way too optimistic, and others need to be a little bit more aggressive. So just trying to find a match there.
Are you still unsure what their roles are?
Oh yeah. No, those things take until January, so it'll take a while.
Look like Francis is doing all right, but you're going to be good to go? Or?
I don't know. We'll see what trainers, doctors say. Hopefully we'll be, but I don't know at this time.
With will he play a red shirt? Have you made a decision?
We're still looking at that. We'll probably won't make a final decision on that until December, but we're thinking about it.
You have a starting five in mind for tomorrow?
Peyton will start, but other than that, I'm not sure. A lot of it will depend on Francis, and so we'll just, and a lot of guys are close, and again, I know they all want to start because they like being introduced, but I think we'll have a lot of guys that'll play a lot of minutes.
How's the chemistry coming along with more, experienced players and some of the new guys?
It's okay. As I mentioned earlier, chemistry, you usually find out about it when you face some adversity. When everything's going good, chemistry is usually pretty good, but you find really how guys get along and how they, we got a long season, 6 months. We start practice October 1, and hopefully you're playing until April 1. Chemistry needs to be good, but you usually have a lot of ups and downs, and you find out about that chemistry through those ups and downs.
Do you get much of a prepare them for the opponent, or is it, do you focus much on the opponent at this point, or is it more on what you guys are doing?
Oh, both. Fresno has some guys back from last year, so we know what they like to do. They're mixing in some new guys. They had 3 seniors that played for them, but they got 4 or 5 guys back that played for them. So we'll look at those guys, see what they did from last year. But guys worked their tails off during the year. Will made a big jump. I think Francis was going to make a big jump. He had a high ankle sprain that kept him out all of July and half of August. That slowed him down. But you hope returners make a big jump.
When your identity had changed so much during the tournament last year, and you were playing in such a different way, even maybe than you'd like to, more just faster offense and things. What would you like to do stylistically to start this season? Do you want to get back to that more open pace?
Well, that's the way we usually like to play, and I think we got, last year our guard depth at times was not real good. We went big there late, which slowed the pace a little bit. It's hard to say without playing any games, and we're going to have a lot of that determined for us here in November, just with the teams we're playing and the strength of our schedule. But no, offensively, we got to play faster than we did a year ago because we're not as big, and that's the way we prefer to play. But again, it kind of, as the season goes, you kind of figure those things out. But with Peyton and Anthony can shoot it, Will's really shooting it good. I think Addie can hit some threes. Chris can hit some threes. I think we got a good 3-point shooting team. Our bigs can run. We're not big. We're just kind of average size. So we probably need to get the pace going a little bit to help them out a little bit.
So much more of a team from the outside than a playing above the rim team.
I think so, especially early here because, Peyton and Will are both back, are vets. Anthony's a vet. Shakur's really our only experienced inside player unless, Francis is getting us clear. But even, Francis has just had 1 year under his belt, so it's not like he's got a lot of experience.
Defensively, you gonna do anything differently, or are you gonna be? How's this team gonna come together defensively?
It'll have to be differently. We don't have anybody like Kenny.
Right.
So it'll be a little different that way. But as far as what we want to do defensively, I don't think it changes much. Goals will still be the same, or objectives of what we want to accomplish with each of our different defenses will stay the same. But our personnel is different. We're not as big. Kenny, you could tell the games Kenny was out with his injury, with his jaw, what a difference he made. And so, I don't know. It'll be different, But I think what we want to try to accomplish will be the same, just whether we can get it done or not.
Is this team embracing?
Yeah,
the
no,
defensive
they're
end of it?
trying to. Freshmen, everybody's self-worth, always seems to be from how many points they score.
Right.
And you guys perpetuate that by, the player of the game is the guy who scored the most, and so, regardless how many shots he took, so we got to keep talking about it and let them know that, defense and rebounding. You look at the two teams that played in the national championship game last year, Virginia and Texas Tech. I think we're two of the top 5 defenses in the country. And so there's still a lot to be said for teams that grind it out. And, it's a long season. You got 31 ball games. You're not going to shoot it well every night. So you better do something else pretty good.